Hey guys, it's 2Games or Adam. Welcome back to some more Black Ops 3 Zombies, and in this video I want to talk about Gorod Krovi and the Ray Gun Mark III, because I don't know about you guys, I think out of everything that I saw in the trailer, the Ray Gun Mark III kind of intrigues me the most. Now, I love the PPSH. I'm so hyped that the PPSH is finally coming back into Call of Duty Zombies, but guys, the Ray Gun Mark III, or is it actually going to be the Ray Gun Mark III? I quickly want to elaborate on my comment about the PPSH real quick and the Ray Gun Mark III as well. I'm really excited about the Ray Gun Mark III because we don't know what this weapon is necessarily going to be like. I feel with the PPSH, we kind of know what's up with this weapon. We know it's a beast, you know, crazy powerful SMG on World at War Zombies, but with the Ray Gun Mark III, we really don't know what's going on here, and that's what I'm excited about, because that mystery, we just don't know how good this weapon is going to be, and still we don't know what the Pack-a-Punch version is going to be like. Hell, we don't even know if it's going to be the Ray Gun Mark III. I want to go back to Black Ops 1 Zombies Moon for a second, because on that map there was a weapon known as the Wave Gun. That was the wonder weapon on that map, okay? And you'd get this wonder weapon out of the box, and when you got it in the box, they looked very similar, because the Wave Gun can actually be one weapon, or it can be detached into two weapons called the Zap Gun. And when you get it out of the box, there are two separate weapons. It's not one weapon, it's two separate weapons, just like the Ray Gun Mark III, or whatever that thing is, whatever it's called, or whatever it is, I should say. We are not 100% sure it's the Ray Gun Mark III, but the Wave Gun, the only way you can really tell the difference between each of the guns is one's blue and one's red, and when you detach it, it turns into the Zap Gun, and they both fire the same shots. Now, what I'm thinking is that the Ray Gun Mark III might possibly be like a Wave Gun Mark II, and the reason why I think that is when you actually look at the box version of the weapon, they both look pretty similar, right? They both look exactly the same. But the thing is when you look at the screenshot of Dempsey actually firing the Ray Gun Mark III near one of those pod drops in the middle of the trailer, obviously, the weapon he has in one of his hands is definitely the Ray Gun Mark III, or whatever that weapon is from the box you see in the trailer, but the weapon in his right hand looks a little bit different, and that makes me think that maybe you can attach it just like the Wave Gun into one weapon. Is that weapon we saw in the trailer the Ray Gun Mark III? Most likely, like I'm 99% sure that that's the Ray Gun Mark III, because the community has been asking for this weapon for a very long time, ever since the Mark II released in Black Ops 2 on Buried. You know, the community has wanted a Ray Gun Mark III, and has been speculation about a Ray Gun Mark III, you know, since Black Ops 3 was announced. And all I'm trying to say is maybe the Ray Gun Mark III is going to have elements of the Wave Gun from Moon. What if you could actually have the dual-wield ray guns, and you could attach it so it's a single ray gun and it turns into a Ray Gun Mark II? How awesome would that be if you could detach it, it's the Mark III, and then attach it together and it's the Mark II? So we can kind of have both ray guns on the map at once. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about is, should the Ray Gun Mark III be on every single map? Let me know in the comment section below. Do you want the Ray Gun Mark III on every single map in Black Ops 3 Zombies? And I think it all depends on how powerful the Ray Gun Mark III actually is, because with the Ray Gun Mark II, when it was released on Buried and you purchased that DLC, you would get it on every single map. It was on Origins, and then of course all the maps before Buried as well, you know, including Transit, Farm, Town, you know, Nuketown. All those maps had the Ray Gun Mark II. But the thing is, the Ray Gun Mark II, it was dead definitely a really good weapon, but it wasn't like crazy good. So it all depends on how good the ray gun Mark III is. If the ray gun Mark III is like super powerful and it's super good, should they put it on every single map? Like having Eisendrache, having the ray gun Mark III, and then a Stormbow might be a little too OP. But personally, if it's something like the ray gun Mark II, personally, I really want to see that weapon on every single map, because not only do we get a new weapon, but it kind of makes you want to go back and play some of the older maps and try out the ray gun Mark III and how it plays on that map. That's something I definitely did when the ray gun Mark II was released on Berry. But regardless of whatever this weapon is, most likely the ray gun Mark III, I'm just so hyped for Stalingrad or Gorod Krovi, whatever you want to call this map, and I just cannot wait for it to come out. The trailer showed us so much, and there's still so much that they haven't shown us. Of course, we don't even know what the wonder weapon is on this map. There's so much to discover about this map, and guys, it is coming soon. It can't come soon enough. July 12th. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like this video if you are excited for DLC 3. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.